Street light, don't you let it get you down. Street light, don't you let it run you around.
This one dedicated to my brethren, Snoop Dogg.
Don't you let it
Glad to see you home, baby.
Street light,
Big up!
don't you let it run you around.
Snoop Dogg, the militant soldier, mystical, hatical, whole young. Tell the DA assistant Snoop well important. We have a light up the blunt. Back in the studio, we happy again. District attorney, bob your head in shame. Can't keep the good man down, don't punch in the cage. I then roll the tongue. When owner see them a come, owner better dog dive for cover and run. Nigga, that skin will be blasted, just penetrating. Your head will be bumping. Free again, yes, him free again. Snoop Dogg, my brethren, him free again. Free again, yes, him free again. Blessed is the man that loves the children. The sun rises up in the east, but it sets in the west. Babylon don't test. Violent and them a go whip and mount. Humble and wise, we are the king and the throne. God is the greatest power in the universe. Good job, bless, no man curse. When I was a youth, I used to smoke sense and media in a paper. Cover me. Now that I'm a man, yes, I smoke in the club, in the chalawa. Oh Lord, Snoop Dogg, the militant soldier, mystical, hatical, whole young. Tell the DA assistant Snoop well important. We have a light up the blunt, rough and ready, reggae, hip hop steady. We no afraid of dick, Tom and Harry. Like a pit bull, we fierce when it comes to war. Don't know what they fighting for. Who forget big up, get big up. Who forget small up, get smaller. Don't test the criminal corrupt. Cause your life trouble will disrupt. Snoop Dogg, the militant soldier, mystical, hatical, whole young. Nigga, that skin will be blasting, just penetrating. Your head will be bumping. Free again, yes, him free again. Snoop Dogg, my brethren, him free again. Free again, yes, him free again. Snoop Dogg, my brethren, him free again.
Since I was young, I grew up in the street life. Times get hard for a gangster in the street life. See, ain't no telling what my life might seem like as a gangster growing up in the street life. Since I was young, I grew up in the street life. Times get hard for a nigga in the street life. See, ain't no telling what my life might be like for a nigga growing up in the street life. You can't tell me shit about them streets, homie. I done seen it and done it, done living real from the phonies, out for the money. Homies maintain their composure. Since kids, we was older, selling dope by the boulders. Now I'ma scold a motherfucker for the chips. Wanna dip the trip on GP, straight for DP. Flip the script, came up quick and got some riders who got my back. Snoop Corleone, I'm always down to jack. I jack for instance thought. Talk and walk the walk. Niggas who oppose automatically get stumped. Terrorizing the neighborhood, niggas gaining they rap. Me style, tie and dance, mashing for the set. Rest in peace to deceased homeboys who ain't alive. Street life took him over, now he's forced to ride. Slipping and sliding, bouncing, counting my ends to be straight. Cause times is rough for these days, niggas is crazy. But your fear is much greater. The innovator, dominator, soul creator, I'm for the paper. Since I was young, I grew up in the street life. Times get hard for a gangster in the street life. See, ain't no telling what my life might see like as a gangster growing up in the street life. Since I was young, I grew up in the street life. Times get hard for a nigga in the street life. See, ain't no telling what my life might be like as a nigga growing up in the street life.
Bustin' and bailing, thug, addicted to drugs, selling keys. Got me risking this street living, catching felonies. How many niggas wanna see me gone? You player haters as bitches, you hate to see a nigga hold his own. Forever ballin', no never fallin'. Live my life as a thug, nigga, now can you hear the liquor callin'? When we play, niggas is blinded, my competition minimum. So I live so criminal minded, nigga. Can you hear me where your pistols in the sky? On a fat ass blunt and bumpin' shit, I better get you high. They wonder why I'm hard to kill, hard to let it go. How can I have fear? All my peers live on death row. Down Machiavelli, 45, tucked next to my belly. Conversating with my nigga dog. Lyrics so deadly. When they come and get me, bring an army. An outlaw thug, motherfucker who can harm me. Bomb me, bitches lead the track smoking. Cause real bad boy killers lead the gas smoking. Haha, open your eyes and understand this. Murder ain't fair, these motherfuckers
hard for a nigga in the street life. Ain't no telling what my life might see like. As a gangster growing up in the street life. Since I was young, I grew up in the street life. Times get hard for a gangster in the street life. See, ain't no telling what my life might be like. As a gangster growing up in the street life. Ain't no telling what we all might be like. In the land of the lost of the street life. Ain't no